What's going on YouTube? So Subaru has a diverse lineup of crossovers and SUVs, all designed to fit their customers' love of nature and practicality. Now, two of their most popular options have long been the Crosstrek and the Forester.
Now, you might not think these two compete, but they have a lot more overlap than you might expect, which is exactly why we're putting them head-to-head today. So which of these two SUVs is right for you? Let's find out.
While these Subaru siblings fall into different segments, many people are cross-shopping between them, given their similar price points and feature sets. Today, we'll be comparing these two in their top trim levels to see what they have to offer with all the bells and whistles. Now, if you're looking to buy one, make sure to check out carconfections.com/newcarquotes to get the best price and access to invoice pricing information. Starting with the exteriors, both share Subaru's classic rugged design language, though not as much as they used to. The Forester was just redesigned this year, meaning that it's sporting a more elegant design, with a gloss black grille as equipped. Meanwhile, the Crosstrek looks more rugged, with matte black plastic and more defined cladding throughout. We won't be scoring the design for this comparison, but we will score the features and specs throughout for each of them. That starts at the lighting, where both of them have impressive projector LED headlights that are also adaptive. Both also include the increasingly rare feature of LED fog lamps. Continuing to the sides, the Forester has the wheel size advantage, coming in at 19 inches versus 18s on the Crosstrek. And the segment differences obviously mean that the Forester comes in longer lengthwise, about 7 inches to be exact. We will discuss how that translates to interior space later on. Like the headlights, the taillights are very similar, both having partially LED arrangements. Surprisingly, despite the size difference, they share the same tow rating at up to 1,500 pounds as tested today. Heading to the mirrors, they continue to match each other with blind spot monitoring, heating, and integrated turn signals. And in typical Subaru fashion, each offers Subaru's entire eyesight safety system suite as standard equipment. These top trim levels also go above and beyond by adding rear auto braking to the list of features. Now, the sibling rivalry will only get stronger from here, so let's hop to the inside. But first,
if you're new here, we're brothers and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16. We started young, and since then we've reviewed over 2,000 cars at every price point.
No matter what you're looking for, from our long-term vehicle videos to our side-by-side comparisons, we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family.
Let's learn a lot and have some fun with all the latest cars. Approaching each, they have smart entry systems as equipped with the typical Subaru key fob. Remote start is available via the Subaru app. Once the doors open, the family resemblance continues to show, but not without their unique differences. There's no better place to start off an interior tour than with the seats. Both are surprisingly finished in full real leather, with the Forester adding in some additional suede accents. We won't score visual differences, but keep in mind that the Forester also offers a more diverse brown color option over your typical gray and black. For seat adjustment, both come with 10-way power adjustment and 2-way lumbar support. And while they both have heated seats as equipped, only the Forester adds the extra layer of luxury with both ventilated seats and memory. Once inside the cabins, you'll continue to see differences when it comes to cabin materials. Here, the Forester is the nicer of the two, using more leather and soft-touch plastic throughout, including nice touches like a padded knee rest along the center console. This creates a more luxurious cabin experience than in the Crosstrek. However, we also evaluate solidity, and both of them excel here equally with the quality Subaru is known for. After startup, you'll see, well, the exact same gauge cluster. As equipped, these two models continue with the traditional gauge cluster design and a 4.2-inch multifunction display in the middle. While Subaru has debuted a new fully digital setup, you'll have to spring for the hybrid versions of both models to get that. Neither have head-up displays, but they will both have a leather-wrapped steering wheel. Only the Forester adds the extra feature of heating as well as rain-sensing wipers though. Now, let's evaluate the storage by looking at the center console space and additional storage cubbies. Starting with the center consoles, it's surprisingly the smaller Crosstrek with the larger console when tested with our signature Car Confections donut volume test. It swallows up a full dozen donuts. And beyond their consoles, they both have cup holders and a wireless phone charging pad. Front areas are roughly the same size, so no points will be awarded. Those who like an old school feel will appreciate their traditional shifters. When in reverse, only the Forester offers a more useful 360-degree camera system, a Forester first, over the Crosstrek's traditional backup camera. For climate, both have dual-zone automatic setups with physical buttons for the main temperature adjustments. But if you need to mess with any of the extra controls in these Subarus, those adjustments will be done in the sometimes laggy center display. And for audio, the Forester has an upgraded 11-speaker Harman Kardon sound system, while the Crosstrek has an unbranded 6-speaker system on this tester. Let's sample them. While the Crosstrek also has an available Harman Kardon system, the Forester takes the clear victory here. Our value assessment later will keep this in mind. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, in-car technology. Both come with Subaru's large 11.7-inch display, which has become a brand signature. While they share the same screen, there actually are some functionality differences. Both have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but only the Forester includes navigation built into the system itself. Wrapping up the front of the cabins, both have auto-dimming rearview mirrors with garage door openers as equipped, but the Forester adds camera ability this year. Additionally, the Forester offers a standard panoramic sunroof on almost every trim, while the Crosstrek has an optional standard-sized one, which we don't have. Now as we head around to the back seats, let's see if the size difference we discussed earlier will come into play. Sure enough, it will, as the Forester holds an almost 8% legroom advantage over the smaller Crosstrek. The Forester also has more headroom, but the difference is below our 5% threshold required to score a point. There are also differences when it comes to the backseat features. While both offer comfortable seats with USB ports and a fold-down armrest, only the Forester is equipped with air vents and heated seats for even more passenger comfort. Now let's see how much stuff you can bring along with you for the journey. The Forester is the easiest to get into, with a hands-free power tailgate, as equipped over the manual one on our Crosstrek. Once they open up, the Forester continues to dominate in the space game. With the Forester's length and roofline advantages, it possesses over a 20% advantage in both cargo configurations. While the Crosstrek is not small by any means, the Forester is the space king in this comparison. That's one of the biggest and most important distinctions to consider when cross-shopping. Now, when it comes to other features, the Forester also has more convenient switches in the cargo area to fold down the second row, allowing those of all heights to access the full cargo space. Both offer peace of mind with spare tires. Like the sibling rivalry, the fight won't stop until the very end, so now let's take them out to the streets. Not only are Subis known for their knack for adventure, they're also known for the iconic boxer engines, and that's what these two are sporting today. Both models, as equipped, come with a 2.5-liter boxer 4-cylinder, making almost identical power figures. That means any difference in acceleration is negligible. Alright, there we are, accelerating up to speed with this Subaru Crosstrek. So of course, as we were talking about at the spec dump, really the big change this year is the fact that more people get more power.
Yep.
So now you've got that larger displacement engine on board with starting at the premium trim level. Alright, so there is our acceleration up to 60 miles per hour with the 2025 Subaru Forester. With the same engine also comes the same transmission, which in this case is a continuously variable transmission. Most importantly, these adventurous Subis come equipped with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.7 inches of ground clearance, meaning these two can handle things pretty well when the asphalt runs out. As far as the transmission is concerned, all versions come with a CVT, and overall it's nice and responsive as well. They've done a good job of giving it a linear feel, and I think it's a good match for the engine. When it comes to ride quality and dynamics, both do a great job of soaking up big bumps in the road. That being said, the Forester does ride better than the Crosstrek, making your family extremely comfortable even on longer road trips. Neither offers much when it comes to sporty driving dynamics, but instead choose to focus on comfort. Steering is light but accurate.
And now that we're just cruising down the highway section here, I want to take a second to discuss ride quality for the Crosstrek. Now, this has always been a pretty strong element for this model, and I think that continues for 2025. You're going to have pretty good ride quality for this segment. It does a good job of soaking up the bumps when you hit them in the road, and also I find these seats to be pretty comfortable. Now, in this department, I have been nothing but impressed for this all-new model. The Forester always rode really nicely, and this all-new one very much feels like a Forester in that respect. However, there have been even some improvements on top of that. One of the things that they said they changed is the seat to make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more supportive based on customer feedback. So far, I'm very impressed with the way the seat is performing.
But how quiet are the cabins? Here at Car Confections, we take sound level readings of every vehicle we test out on the channel. Unfortunately, the Forester's was taken at a press event in Montana, so it can't be scored officially. But here are the readings for your reference until we get one back home in Kentucky for an official test.
.9 decibels is what we switched to at the very end there. .6 decibels.
Finally, for fuel economy, you won't be surprised to see that since these siblings share the same engine, they have almost identical fuel economy at 29 mpg combined. For those wanting even better efficiency, do keep in mind that Forester now has a hybrid variant, and the Crosstrek is soon getting one for the 2026 model year. As the Forester and Crosstrek come from the same brand, they will share the same reliability, warranty, and resale value information. Subaru scores above average in all these categories, and is one of the very best you can get. Now let's break down the cost of these two and evaluate how much value each model is delivering. Following the Forester's redesign and some mid-year price increases on the Crosstrek, with all the bells and whistles, the Forester comes in at just over $40,000, while our top-end Crosstrek is right around the $35,000 price tag. Let's account for the $9,039 price difference between them using our scale. This will give the Crosstrek plus 9 points, as mainstream buyers in this segment are more price conscious. If pricing matters less to you, feel free to disregard these points. So there you have it, the objective winner. Do you agree? Well, let's go over some pros and cons and some reasons you might pick one as your personal winner over the other, and then we'll tell you which one Mason and I would put in our respective driveways. Now, you should probably pick the Forester if you're looking for the most premium interior finishes, also if you want some additional luxury features that just aren't offered on the Crosstrek, and then it's more spacious throughout.
The Crosstrek, on the other hand, should be your choice if you want the more affordable price tag. It's $9,000 less expensive as tested today. Additionally, it has the same powertrain and the same interior technology. But which would we put in our driveways? I'm going to go ahead and start by saying I would actually pick the Crosstrek. And the reason being is there's a lot of things that are very similar among these two SUVs. I really like the way the Crosstrek looks as well. So I just save the $9,000 and get that instead. I don't need all the space that the Forester offers.
I actually would go with the Forester. I think the combination is a little bit stronger in that I like the extra luxury and features that are inside of the interior, and I think that the exterior maybe looks a little bit better.
Now, speaking of those specific elements that matter more or less to either one of us, we'd encourage you to go to carconfections.com/vehicle rankings. Now, the reason you should do that is because we've gone through all the compact SUVs, all the subcompact SUVs, and numerous other vehicle segments and ranked those in individual categories that might matter more or less to you. Things like cargo capacity, interior technology, luxury features, powertrain choices, value. So whatever you're looking for, you can find it on there and all of the options in the segment. So if you want to make an informed buying decision, that's definitely a great place to go. Now, if you're looking to buy a Subaru Crosstrek, Subaru Forester, or any new vehicle, we'd also encourage you to check out our tool at carconfections.com/newcarquotes. Now, the reason you do that is because we have an option on our website that will connect you with local car dealers to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool for dealership negotiation. There's even a monthly payment tool, so if you'd like to check all of that out, you can find a link to that in our video description, as well as a pinned comment down below. And guys, that's going to be where we leave off on this comparison. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, we'd appreciate you subscribing down below. And if you're already a part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.